Morning everybody, Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Got another shave today, and today we're using Shannon soap's coconut lime. So if you like the lime and the coconut, this stuff's for you. Yep. I think I don't remember, got this from Chuck, Shaving Channel, or was it Matthew Lawrence? I think it was Chuck I got this from. So, and then we're going to be using the fourth, almost dropped it. Fourth use of the Astra blades with the Merkur 34C. Nice little combination. So, how's your day going? Hopefully it's doing better than mine. I'm tired. One of those days where you just couldn't sleep. Like, that's my problem. It's like, sit there nodding off. I'm at my desk trying to do some work last night, and it's like, I'm so tired. I'm just going to go to bed. It's like, I'm tired. Lay down in bed. It's like, you ever had those times where your brain says, hey, did you think about doing this? Or did you do that? What do you think about this? And your brain is like, just shut off. Go to sleep. No. Couldn't do it. I don't know. Maybe it's just like anxiety. I don't know. Iceberg. Big old blob of lather went over the counter. I don't know if you heard that. It goes splat. But yeah. Oh. There's a affiliate link down below to the razor company, so if you need anything, go ahead and click on the link, and a little kickback goes back to us for the giveaways. We are slowly crawling forward. Someday we'll be there, the halfway mark. Yeah, I got the old Jeffrey Smith drippiness going on here today. Yeah, not much new in the neighborhood. I can't think of anything that's new. Let's see. I did look up. I finished the season of Twisted Metal. The Anthony Mackie show. Did finish that. I think I mentioned that last week. I was watching it. The episodes are like half an hour long. It's like a 10 episode season. And I did look up, it has been, season 2 has been filmed already. I think it finished filming in November. So who knows when, probably this fall, probably, when they'll come out with the next season of it on Peacock. Started watching that, I don't know if they're still on or not, the show Night Court, the new Night Court. It's like I watched the old Night Court back in the 80s. But it has some of the old cast. A lot of the old cast are dead. They passed away from the 80s show. You know, it's like when you started the show 40 something years ago, and they were all in their 30s and 40s then. Yeah, a lot of them passed away. It has the new judge on that was an actress that played Bernadette in Big Bang Theory. Interesting. It's filling the time. It's like when I walk. get my hour walk in and watch a couple episodes, or it's actually probably more like 45-minute walk when I'm, because the episodes are like 22, 23 minutes long. And if they show commercials, it's a little longer, but it's like 4 or 5 years ago, you could watch these shows without any commercials, but now everybody shows commercials now. Like, unless you pay the premium cost, you have to watch commercials. I'm like, oh boy. Oh, like you could ask me, like, I'd watch an episode and it's like, oh, what were the commercials? I don't know. Never paid attention to them. That's the thing. Is like commercials are wasted on me. Do not pay attention to commercials at all. Never have. Like, if you, those of you that are older, always remember, hey, it's commercial's about ready to start, and as soon as the commercial hits, that's the time you make your bathroom breaks. And you know, if you're back in the day, and unless you had a VCR to record the shows so you can watch them later, you use commercial time to do things. Yeah, it's like movie nights got really nice, interesting in the 80s. Because if you didn't go see a movie in the theater, eventually it would come out. I'd say about 85, somewhere, 84. Started, it's like, I remember in Muscatine we had a video store. It was a privately owned video store, but not one of the, like a Blockbuster chain, you know. Something you haven't thought about forever. Blockbuster. And you go in, walk around, look around, like, oh, there's the new movie list, you know. It'd be a Friday or Saturday night. If you wanted to go get a new movie that just released, you better make sure you got there early in the day. Because a lot of times, hey, let's go over and figure out a movie. You know, you show up at like 6 o'clock and you're like, well, the new movie section is empty. Because everybody went in and Murray got them. So you're like, okay, what are we going to watch tonight? And everybody's like, how about this one? You know, you go into the group of like 4 or 5 people and you all watch them together. And I think it was $4.95 to rent a movie of the new Persuasion, new release. And if you're going to watch a older one, and it was like $1.99 or something like that, you know, you could rent it for 24 hours. So he's like, okay, we didn't get a new movie. Let's grab a couple of crappy or older movies that we have probably already seen in several times, but now they're oldies but goodies. And you didn't go like nowadays. You just like, oh, I'm gonna spend $10 or whatever and buy the movie, you know, just on a disc. Back then, it was like $80. Man, this stuff is tricky today. And yeah, you didn't buy movies because they were expensive. Eventually, the price of stuff started coming down, but And then, oh gosh, was it maybe in the early 2000s when Netflix was a video distributions network. You go in and say, oh, I want to watch this movie, and this movie. You order them, and they'd ship the movies to you in a little in a packet. You'd get them, watch the movies, and you'd send them back. So a lot of people don't remember that. That's how Netflix got started, was internet movies. So they would send them to you. So, and then they started their streaming service because, hey, we can show these movies to you and you don't have to worry about waiting. That's why Netflix was the go-to streaming service. You had, if it wasn't on HBO or Cinemax, you had Netflix. That was it. So I think there was Stars too back then, but there wasn't a lot of places that you could watch movies online. As I remember when Netflix, hey, we're going to start our streaming service where you can watch these movies online for a fee of only $7 or $8.99 or something like that a month. And we're like, oh yeah, we're on that. And we still rented movies on. And God, I can't remember when they stopped shipping the movies. Probably because they were just like, hey, we got our streaming service going and we don't need anybody anymore to just save ourselves a lot of money just by having the streaming service instead. And that was the one thing, is like you could have so many movies out at once from Netflix. You know, I think it was 3 or 4 movies, depending on the how much you paid. You know, you paid for a subscription, you could have so many movies a month out at one time. And we made good use of it. Always watching something. And the we just around the corner down here, about 3 minutes away, maybe 5, depending on if you hit the light or not. You had to go across the light, but that was the family video store. That was over. Now it's a dollar store. They went out of business and it became a dollar store. I think the same people own it, you know, the franchise, but. Just convert one into the other. And they had the old Blockbuster store. It was like, God, it was one about 5 minutes away. Used to run over there and rent movies and games. A new game would come out and you could rent the movie for so many days, and the kids, especially my son, can we go over there? I want to rent a movie or a video game. You rent the video game for a while, you'd figure out if you liked it or not, which is a hell of a lot cheaper than buying it. And if you liked it, then we'd go buy it. Which I have to say, one of the biggest mistakes we ever made as a parent, buying my son a video console. We got an Xbox for him. Biggest mistake. Because he went from a pretty much like an A student to C, D student, because all he wanted to do was play video games. That was the only thing that became important to him. You know, his sister who's now an engineer. It was a valedictorian of her school. Her brother, who's just as smart, he went from studying, doing everything to it's like he went into 7th grade. He was like an A student. Got him an Xbox, and next thing you know, he's like, all I want to do is play video games. And couldn't get him to study or anything. He I don't want to. He's like, can we play? I want to play my video game. No. Yeah, so. Yeah. Yeah, his self-control when it comes to what was important was not there. And my daughter, she'd play games too, but she's like, I gotta get my homework done first. And she had her priorities straight. And if she had time, she would go play. Like, I want to play now. I was like, you gotta get off the Xbox there, bud. And your sister wants to play. Well, I want to play. No, get off. Go do your homework. I don't want to. Like pulling teeth. Oh. We're about done. There we go. Yep, finished. All right. Pretty decent. Probably the last use of the Astra. Usually I go about 4. I can get 5 or 6 good shaves out of an Astra blade, but usually go 4. I call it good. They're not that expensive. It cost me roughly 5 cents a blade, I think it was, when I bought these. So you get basically a penny a shave. Stetson. Come on, there. A little more. There we go. For some reason, Stetson and coconut seem to go together. I don't know why. They work out pretty decent. Stetson. Yeah, good stuff. Nice combo. All right. That's the shave of the day, everybody. Oh, Shannon Soap's Coconut Lime. Doesn't lather up very well for some reason, but gets the job done. It's still got some slickness to it. Good stuff. I'm gonna put it down back there. Probably have to do something else here soon. Alright, so that was the 4th use of the Astra blades with the Merkur 34C. Nice little combination. Always gets the job done. And that's the shave of the day, everybody. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with your friends. We'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.